What's a disproven parenting myth that way too many people still believe? To prevent allergies, avoid giving your child these foods until they are much older. It has been proven over and over again that exposing your child to traditionally allergy-prone foods in very small amounts when they are younger drastically reduces allergy potential, even to the point of doing so in utero. Having a kid will cause someone to step up / straighten out / grow up / mature / etc. That nonverbal kids don't understand what you say. This one is common in the autism community. You cannot spoil a newborn. Their brain is still quite underdeveloped, and actually, by refusing to answer their calls, you can give them self-regulation issues as they develop without that safety in processing new stimuli. Edit: I guess the myth would be that you can spoil a newborn. Sorry if I wasn't clear. Second edit: due to replies, I said newborn because I meant newborns. Not babies that need to be practicing lifting their head, etc. There are people who start fussing at parents about this as soon as they bring their newborn home, forgetting that this baby is experiencing everything brand new, and needs a safety system. And also I did raise 2 humans, and I very much remember being a new mom. That a child shouldn't be exposed to a second, or third, language until having mastered their native language. I've heard this so many times from people who have no idea about multilingualism. Picking up your baby too much will spoil them. FFS, pick up a crying child and meet their needs, sometimes, which is just a need for comfort and bonding with their caretaker. Daughters are nightmares and sons are so easy to raise. The really disturbing part is women seem to believe this more than men. That there is anything even remotely approaching a consensus on best practices when it comes to raising a child. I've only been a parent for 5 months, and the sheer volume of confident, authoritative, and completely contradictory advice I've received has been staggering. As best as I can tell, just work on keeping them healthy, secure, and loved, and try to muddle your way through as best you can on rest. ETA, folks, if you think you're the first to point out that everyone agrees that corporal punishment is, in fact, bad, you're not. I've been including don't beat your child in the keep them healthy, secure, and loved directive, but thanks anyway. That all parents, specifically mothers, have an instinct that will kick in eventually, and your child will be your world. Mine told me from a very early age that I wasn't the kid she'd wanted. I was ugly, fat, whatever. I finally ended things completely this year when she told me she's always hated me and never wanted me. I needed the closure. She made my life hell, especially since she had 2 kids after me that she loves. My daughter hasn't ever been shouted at, by that I mean raising my voice, hurt, or made to feel like less than the wonderful person she is. I suppose I can thank my mother for showing me how not to be. Throwing a cup of cold water in the face of a child who is having a tantrum will end it. My mother did it to us as children, and it only ever escalated the situation. The kid is still screaming, now also scared, crying and soaked. Who TF thought this was a good idea? Nobody regrets the kids they have, only the ones they don't. Kids are resilient and will get over stuff without it correctly being addressed. No, we remember everything in our tiny and impressionable brains. Making your children hold hands, after they've been fighting with each other, will bring them closer together. No, more often than not, the reality is that it will drive them further apart and precipitate resentment. You can spoil a baby by responding to its cries. If a baby cries it needs something,